Hello, hello. Hopefully we'll wait till it connects and I'll just keep saying hi to make sure that we're here. Okay, I think we are getting there.
Guess I will check on our Facebook and make sure it's popping up.
Okay, there we go. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hump day, as they say it. Yay, right? It's always a good feeling to get halfway through a week, closer to that weekend. There are just some weeks that really you live for the weekend sometimes. You're like, let's do this. All right, welcome. Hopefully you guys, besides that, are having a good week so far, and at least are a good day, or always time to change a day around and hopefully make the most of the rest of your day. We are pulling up comments. You guys see comments?
I've got mine up, but I don't see any comments yet. So if you're there, drop something in so we know everybody can see Earth, so that we know you're there.
Yeah, we'll take a moment, introduce ourselves.
There we go.
Some of you guys are new. I am Susan. Go ahead and go around and introduce you guys yourselves.
I'm Shiloh.
I'm Debbie.
And we are the co-founders here at Kiwi Lane. And we are creators who enjoy scrapbooking as well. And so we're going to actually share, we enjoy getting on every month and just kind of giving a little bit of behind the scenes, but also just some insights and some personal thoughts that we had when we played to create with the month's Kiwi Club kit. And this month was Create a Life You Love. That was the theme of the kit. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to be sharing today. And of course, answer any questions. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. It looks like a few people are jumping on. Good. Okay. I'm kind of like leaning because this chair is like really tall and I'm like a little awkward. But
well, I'm sitting on the floor, so we're all in.
Yeah. We were just talking. It's kind of relatable to Kiwi Club in the sense that we were just like, oh, this is happening in life, and this is work, and this is family life, and this is household life, right? And how often those two worlds like collide in a lot of ways, but there's that middle ground, that sense of a creator as we are creating space for those free time creations. And so we genuinely look forward, I'll speak for myself, to creating each month, for making the time to sit down and to create with the kit. And I'm always surprisingly surprised myself how I'm inspired in different ways with the kit as I'm creating with it. And of course, we always look forward to seeing what each of you guys create with the kit as well. But let's give it a little peek. If you have any questions, like I said, let us know in the comments. If you're not a Kiwi Club member yet and you would love to join us each month in taking the challenge to make time to create in our free time creations, then there's a link that talks more about the Kiwi Club subscription. And if you love this kit and you haven't got your hands on it, we'll make sure to include the link in the comments as well to the shop while supplies last on these kits. All right. What were yours as initial thought for this kit? I'll go to Shiloh.
Oh, I was like, who's going first?
Yeah.
I thought this was a fun kit. I liked the colors in it. I like that it could go a lot of different themes for this one. As you'll see by my samples, they're kind of all over the place in like as far as what kind of pictures I was using for it. So I thought it was, I love the colors. I love the designer templates that were included with it. And it was just a really great set that was really versatile as far as themes go, I think, personally.
Yeah, I'm going to jump to the bottom, kind of like shows an overall view of just a vibe of the kit in general. But yes, I agree. Debbie, you have any thoughts before we jump in?
No, I loved it too. The colors, when I saw the colors, I thought, oh, I think I have pictures, that I can use with that. And they also were a variety of subjects and events that worked with it. So it was very versatile. I'll show you when we get to it, but I even did a Christmas one with this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Mom.
I know.
I thought I was being versatile.
All right, so the overall color palette, I guess you could say, is like teals, blacks, yellows. It's kind of like this coral orange color. There's a little bit of the darker teals in there. So really, really cute kit. All right, so let's jump into it. So each month we get one kit and we create what we can out of it. Usually it's pretty much always consistently about 3 2-page layouts. You can expand that more if you pull in some cardstock or some other elements into that. But each month we try, each of us, to create 3 2-page layout with our individual kits. And so that's what we'll kind of share with you. And then of course, if you're not familiar, what we're sharing with you right now is the monthly digital idea book that goes along with the kit. When we share this and do this, so that hopefully it inspires you to kind of, one, take the challenge to use the kit each month, to create more consistently, but also to kind of stretch maybe creatively what you could do with a kit, how to layer the patterns, all of that, because each of us are at different phases in our journeys. And so hopefully you can pull at least one little nugget or something of inspiration from these digital idea books. So the idea book is broken up into 3 different challenges. We know how much you guys love a sketch, which I'll be honest, we do too. This challenge is always the one I kind of start with.
Me too.
Is that you guys too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it first.
I always like the quick, easy one because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here we go. And then that kind of gets the creative juices going for the rest of the kit.
Yeah, and it gets you familiar with the kit. Like you start vibing it, and it's, you you like start saying, okay, I'm feeling it now more. And so that really stood out to me this time. Like I was like reaching for that sketch, saying, okay, it's a late night. It's, all of these things. I'm like, I need something to start the juices, I guess you could say.
Yep.
And it does. That's the beauty of a sketch. And I love seeing all the versions that a sketch can be depending on your style. So for me, I'll start with mine here. I think I pretty much stayed. Oh, no, just kidding. I flipped it. So as you can see, the left side is vertical here, and the right side is horizontal as far as the borders go, the wave borders in that shape. And I just swapped them. So I kind of made my left side the horizontal and my right side the vertical. But I think for me, what really stood out on the sketch that I kind of emphasized in my own design was the usage of strips. So I really was like, I'm just gonna throw in a lot of strips, which give you kind of that texture of the layers. And then I used my frill scissors, which I'll get here in a moment and share them. And then I just added more to the strips. So I just kept cutting strips, and then added a scallop along with my pictures. And these were random pictures that I had sporadic that I'm grateful that I took. I think they were just random moments. I didn't even quite think I was going to scrapbook.
Susan.
I know. Someone else should just go.
Susan, I watched the video this morning while I was just getting ready and gathering things for this show and tell. I clicked on the video that you did of this showing, the width of the strips and how to use them, but also talking about the various memories of your mom when she came to visit and how she was always creative with the kids, whatever she was doing, whether it was cooking or working puzzles or seashells that they find. But whenever she came, and that's my memory of your mom too, is when she came to visit you, they were sewing something or creating something. I remember this big bowl of some vegetable salad that she put together. This memory. It was just this huge bowl with tomatoes and other things in it that she had just created for y'all to eat one day when you were living in Idaho still. And so when my memories of your mom, when your mom and dad came to visit, there was always creating going on.
No. So thanks, Debbie, for sharing all that, because I don't think I could. I don't know what's going on today. It's Wednesday, I guess. I don't know. But I was really glad that this kit motivated me to scrapbook these moments, these random moments. And it was very random. And that's the beauty of, I think in some cases, the palette, the color, the mood, the tone, the vibe of this kit, it really allows the sporadicness of them. It doesn't have to be perfectly the perfect picture, the perfect thing, and it worked. And I'm really glad to have this layout. So, okay, we'll move on.
Not to mention, it's really cute. I have to point out really quick, I love how you did this little arrow over the heart thing up there on your circle around the picture of your mom. And I think that's really cute. I like how you did that.
That's the arrow from the quirky designer template set.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really fun. I never would have thought to do that. And I just think that's really cute. And I can see you use quirky, the little banner down here by your other hearts. That's fun.
Yep.
do you know, I love seeing you guys layouts and I was talking to Shiloh and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? It's so, I go through and I look and it just seems, oh, that is so cute. Why didn't I think of that? But I guess it's best for this idea book that we think differently.
Yeah, we do. We show our different styles and just the creative flow. And then of course, seeing somebody else, hopefully in the community, as you guys look through and browse through this video, you're inspired in different ways. The combination of the three, like I said, I usually see your guys' layouts and I think I need another kit. Give me another kit. I'm gonna create what they created.
I do the same thing though. I'm like, I get mine done. I see everybody else's. And I'm like, dang, I need to make those too.
If you do need some measurements, we did make sure to include that in this specific PDF. So hopefully you do take a moment to check those details out. All right, Shiloh, your sketch challenge here.
Mine is loosely based on the sketch, I guess. I didn't do as many strips on mine. I had these pictures of my son from years ago. He's turning 16 in like a week, so he's pretty little here. But I had these pictures of him when he was part of the robotics team at school, and he loved it so much. And he would spend hours and hours creating at home and then at school. And so when I got this kit, originally I was like, oh, I'll do a scrapbooking page about, because the paper is perfect for something like that. But then I was looking through my pictures and I came across these and I'm like, and they're perfect. Like the colors were perfect. I think the paper still works really great for like a boy layout. Like it doesn't have to be feminine, which is really nice because I have 3 sons. So I thought it just worked out really well. So I brought in some gears and things like that to kind of add that boy element and to go into that robotics thing that the pictures were based on. And I did do less strips, but I paid more attention, I guess, to like the picture placement a little bit more, and then kind of where some of the elements were in the sketch, and then just kind of adjusted it to fit the theme that I was going for. But I love it. And I'm glad to have this memory of my adorable little son here, who's a giant now, in my book.
I also love how you use the black and white pens, making the circle kind of sketchy circles.
Yeah.
With gears. It looks really good.
That was kind of a last thing, as I was just adding those bits of decorative elements. I thought, I was telling Mom earlier, I'm like, all my stuff's still packed. So I'm in the middle of a remodel at the house. And so I'm really limited to pens, stickles, and enamel dots. And so that's what you guys are getting, all my ideas on how to use that stuff. But it keeps my scrapbooking really cheap. So that is a great thing. But so I had the idea to add the pen work on them, and I think it added that little touch that I needed to finish off the page. But I'm really happy with how it turned out.
I mean, we just did like a 360. Like we went from like everyday pictures to like robotics, like what's coming next here, because that's the beauty of these kits, and that's what we hope that you're inspired by as well. Not just design elements, but also sometimes we're not quite sure how to use a kit or go about using the kit. And so seeing what other people, what memories they scrapbook with the kit is also very inspirational, which leads us to the next one. Debbie.
This is really cute.
So this is my daughter, Rachel. And when I saw I Love My Life and the colors, it reminded me, especially the graph paper and kind of the black and white paper and stuff, because I had just seen some of her recent sketches that she just doodles off. She's becoming quite the artist, and I love her black and white ink drawings. She knows that, but these are so detailed, and she just sits and doodles away and comes up with it. It's something that I admire so much about her. But these pictures just show her with things she loves. It's her art and her cats. and that's just her life. I Love My Life just seemed to really describe just the contentment on her face and some of the things that she loves. And really, I also love that kind of sketchy feel with that graph paper. So I tried to highlight that with just I used the black ink, just a black pen to trace the flowers on the doily and put a little epoxy dot in the middle, and then pull that graph paper over to both sides. Even her striped sleeves seemed to get that feeling. It just really worked really well. And the little camera in the upper right corner there with the template that came with it. She loves taking pictures of, pictures or something that she does too. So this was actually really perfect for showing her life and what she loves.
Yeah, the page has so much joy. It's so joyful. I love it. It's so fun. I hope that you're experiencing. So again, whether you're struggling with how to use a kit or what to scrapbook with a kit, I hope that you are also hearing that that's kind of a process we go through. It is usually a couple factors. One, a paper that will inspire you, a title card that will inspire you, or your photos itself that will kind of spark that initiation, as you could put it. And I'm sure many of you guys have experienced that as well. But it is kind of this process that you go through, this I don't know, elimination, you can say, like, okay, do I have pictures? Or okay, let me look at the paper, and does that motivate me or inspire me in certain ways? Because I love how, Debbie, you were like, I love that little sketchy paper. Like, that's how you were describing it because of reference to what you were scrapbooking. And the moment you say that, I'm like, yeah, it does have that vibe. Like, it's kind of does have that sketchy feel. And that's so fun to kind of look at it through that lens and that perspective that you just shared. So that's really fun. Okay, so let's talk for a moment about that doodling on the Love Life Designer Templates kit, or template that comes in this kit. So, oh, I guess
you lost it.
Like completely?
I don't know. There's not another window up anymore. So what do you want to talk about?
Hold on. Oh, no. We're still live. Okay.
We're live.
Let me go back to why I lost my screen share. I'm like, well, what just happened?
Well, while you're doing that, Kathy Warnock Witt said, I really love the colors in this kit. It's just so happy. And so
it is. The yellow kind of sparks that brightness. I got logged out. So I will have to remember that in the future. Hold on. Okay, let me get back. It is very bright. Oh, I was going to pull up that template, the round one with the flower stencils and the various different ways, because I love how you doodled on that. So that was really cute. Can somebody text Mindy and tell her, don't log me out, please?
I can text her.
Okay. All right. So are we back to sharing? Perfect. I think we could see it again.
Yeah, you can see that I'd call it a doily.
Yeah, it's like a doily with the flowers. And I love that just on the 3 layouts. And there's so many. Like for me, you can see here, I just used the outside design edge. Like I didn't necessarily on this specific design include the flower sketch, the stencils of the flowers in the doodle aspect. Shiloh, of course, swapped hers out for some gears in the sketch, which is the beauty of sketches as well, is because it is, you can look at positioning of photos and alter the accessories that you need. And then Debbie here, you doodled yours on in this case, which is so cute.
Mhm.
And then added a little center to those flowers. So again, that placemat, so many fun ways that you could create with those. So I hope you have a lot of fun at utilizing the designer templates to also inspire you and motivate you, along with the papers and other design elements that have so much inspiration to be found inside of those things. All right, so here is the next kind of series of layouts that we created. So Debbie,
This is my Christmas layout.
okay.
If you look at the pictures, it was a couple of years ago, and we are making, remember for the nursing home, we were doing the let it snow, the wooden things we were painting. And this is the same Christmas Kiwi holiday. We did the ceramics over there, the skating rink area. But the reason I haven't scrapbooked these yet is because look at that orange wall in shipping. So I wanted to do these, but where we were sitting was right up against our shipping orange wall, and it just didn't work with any of the Christmas paper. So this was the one about kind of something I love, which is getting together and creating. And so when I saw the paper, I'm like, well, there's that orange wall.
And then look how many people are in black too. Like that was perfect.
Black and that.
Even though that's Christmas.
Yeah, no, I saw that you scrapbook these pictures, and it never crossed my mind to scrapbook these pictures because of course I have these same ones that I want to scrapbook these memories. And I saw that you did scrapbook these pictures, and I was like, okay, this is like what I'm talking about. Give me another kit. I need to.
You just copy it and it's in your book and done.
But it never crossed my mind as an option. So when I saw it, and well, it worked. I was like, see, that is why you should never just assume in a lot of ways. So I love it.
Yeah, that's really cute, Mom.
Okay, I
you're
love
still
how,
the queen at adding bits.
yes. Yeah, the little bits. It's like the button that leads into the 3 enamel dots. Yeah, it is.
I wish I thought about that stuff, but I don't. I actually really love how you use the yellow paper right here for your strip. I didn't. I like that's really cute. It made it almost look like you went in and drew that on yellow paper.
I know. See, I don't have to do that. Y'all did it for me when you made the paper. So
yeah, it's really adorable.
I also really love the little collage that you have coming out of that 4x6 photo on the right side there. And the top of the quirky. If you guys don't have quirky, by the way, or let me know in the comments if you do have quirky, because it's been a while, I'll be honest, since I pulled on the designer template quirky. And so when it was a spotlighted set, I was loving it. I was like, oh, this is so much fun. Why don't I pull out this designer template more? That's right. What I'm saying.
They actually have some really useful little bits, especially if you're doing some pen work and stuff. It's really fun to use.
Yeah, I'll try to point it out as we go along so you guys can see all the many places that quirky, but Debbie used the top of the quirky designer template, which you can see on the right side here. It has the alphabet, but each of the edges have a little fun border in and of itself. And so that's
why I turned that upside down. I didn't mean to do that. It's not a mistake.
It's not upside down. No, that was smart, Mom. Good. To emphasize that. I love it. I love the little collage. It's just a fun assortment there. Cute.
It's really fun.
All right, Shy, here's your
so what challenge was this? Was this the something you love thing?
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of things I love, but again, I was like, maybe I'll do something for scrapbooking, but I'm in a mess and I can't find all my pictures right now. So I decided to scrapbook some travel pictures from my family. But look how perfect the yellow paper matches my daughter's outfit. I'm just gonna say, when I started looking through my stuff and I'm like, what can I use here? Because I didn't have everything. I found these pictures and I'm like, perfect. We love to travel as a family. We love road trips. That's what these pictures are from. And she just happened to be wearing the exact color of this paper. And I was like, perfection. So Yeah, so that's what I did. I did use the little doily piece in here, but you'll notice that I didn't add the flowers, but I did do some sketchy lines with the little doodle spots in the middle of it. And then I used the flower that's in it on this little green tag by the let the fun begin. So I just did some like pen work with that, and I just put it there instead. I just felt like that.
I didn't realize that would fit on that little tag, but that's adorable.
Yeah, it worked out really good. So I used that cute little window tag, and I thought, well, I'll use it a little bit differently. And I just felt like with the pictures, I didn't want it as florally, like if I'd done all the flowers around the edges. So I thought, well, how can I use it in a different way? But I love the way that turned out. Add just that little accent to the other side, because you'll notice I don't really use a lot of embellishments on this page. It's pretty simple, but it highlights our travel memory, and I think it turned out really fun. I love the colors, and I love the black and the yellows in it. Yeah. And that green is actually a really pretty green too. It goes really good with those colors.
Yeah, it does. I love how you use the quirky doodle sheet for your travel words.
Oh yeah. I actually love the alphabet. And then it's hard to, I don't know. I guess you can't really zoom in. I guess I could zoom in on this, but if you look at the travel word really closely, sorry, I'll kind of pull it in a little closer.
Oh yeah.
But you can see I just went in and I outlined it, and then I did the little side stripes. Yeah, the lines to match this.
Yes.
One. So I was able to match those styles.
I love hearing where inspiration comes from. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that because it really brought the whole,
yeah,
the styles, together. But I those little letters are perfect for stuff like that. In fact, I just used them again on, I think, the next month's samples for, same idea. Like it's just nice to be able to add a quick little word and just do some pen work. And
we are spotlighting really quirky again next month. So if you don't have it, FYI, you're going to find more ways to use it in the coming months.
And that's another thing is there's a little ribbon tag. It's like this big in quirky. And I just took a strip and I drew the ribbon little end on one side and the other to create this longer banner piece. I should have pulled that out so people could see that a little better. But yeah, I think you'll see it's literally, it's like half an inch normally. Be like cute for putting a letter in. Yeah, this one, but I actually used the one by the @ symbol.
The @ symbol. Oh, this one. And you just extended it out.
Yep. Okay. So I just extended it and then put it on the other side. So that's how I made this little tag.
Little engineering there. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Easy way to extend it, but it allowed me to have the perfect little spot to put my travel word.
Yeah. So many fun, quirky ways. Quirky ways.
Quirky.
That's the name of the template. Quirky. Oh. All right. Let me share that again, you guys. Hopefully, again, you're getting little nuggets and getting that bug to kind of motivate you to set aside some time so that you can benefit not only from experiencing the fulfillment and joy of creating with the kit and the joy that those specific products will bring, and they are fun. Clearly, we use that word a lot, but also the many other benefits that allow you to benefit as you make the time to create, to allow yourself to kind of disconnect from the world for a moment. And I can't express, I feel like I'm just expressing them over and over again, but I can't express, they really are so important to reinforce that moment of creative flow state and allow your brain to kind of process and just to have a moment where you're enjoying the process, doing something that you enjoy. So super fun. Okay, I think I went too far. Let me go back up really fast.
That's the next one. Did you do yours?
I did this one pager that related to what you love. I did use the scissors a la carte. If you guys haven't had a chance to get that, that is available for a limited time. We brought it back because it, of course, is kind of one of those iconic symbols for us here at Kiwi Lane, and of course as paper crafters. But this one I actually just shared on my personal Facebook page, but my sister had taken a picture of my mom's hands and my dad's hands. And of course I had to have those pictures, so I stole them. And, but at the same time, I think, taking a moment to maybe take a pictures, these are of course of my parents, but it did take a moment for me to, I took a picture, but it was after the fact, after this kit, but the kit did inspire me to take a picture of me doing something that I enjoy, because I think for myself, I look at these pictures and they mean so much to me. And we feel so silly taking pictures of ourselves or taking pictures of our hands or things like that, but how meaningful that is to others. And I can only speak for me, how I love these pictures. They have so much meaning to me. And so I do extend that challenge to all of us, to whether that's the kit that inspires you, it's whether because we're talking about it this month, to as uncomfortable or as out of our comfort zone that might be, take a picture of your hands doing something. If you don't want your face in there, but at the same time, don't be too hard on yourself. Take a picture of a selfie or something that you enjoy doing, I think was super valuable. So on this page, I just, I use the scallops, which is another spotlighted sets. And I just use the scallop in and of itself to kind of create this curtain effect.
It's really cute. I love that.
Yeah. I just doodled it onto, in this case, I did bring in a white cardstock for my back sheet there. And then kept it pretty simple. I added a journaling tag with some thoughts similar to kind of what I just shared about how important these pictures are to me, and then tuck that in. That's kind of one of my favorite places to add journaling for myself, is like a little pull out behind a picture. It's super fun. On that picture, I did pop up in the 3 corners. So that one actually has pop up while the other one just has adhesive down to the back. And so I just did that so that the tag slid in and out just a little bit easier in that case too. So yeah, so it was super fun. All right. Do we have any questions? I was trying to keep, I'm so intrigued in what you guys are sharing myself. I'm not paying attention to comments. I apologize, you guys.
Just people commenting about quirky. Linda says, love the quirky doodle sheet along with all the doodle sheets in past Kiwi kits. They give you great ideas. And Kathy mentioned how one of the borders on the edge of quirky makes a great wine bottle or a bowling pin. Which that's a great tip, I thought.
I love listening and being inspired by everyone else's viewpoints. Cute. All right, Deb, here's the third layout that you created.
This one is really simple, but it came together so quickly. And again, these pictures were taken actually in the fall. This is Aaron and Jen's family. And you can, if you look in the background, and those of us from Idaho can kind of tell where they are. Probably the homestead over there, that one that off the freeway. But they work because of the colors. This is definitely colors. So the pictures work. They were having fun together. Let the fun begin is the tag that I used for the title, because it's just fun. Just look at Bailey's face hanging on there, and they're just enjoying being together as a family. And even though they were technically fall, and this is definitely more of a summer color scheme, it worked so perfectly because of the yellows and the greens and the oranges, and then the titles worked really well. This was the one where we were challenged to use the the doodle sheets more. So I tried to think, how can I use that doodle sheet in as many ways as possible? So I used it to trace and cut out little bits to dress let the fun begin title card.
Okay.
I used the edge of the doily template to cut out the title card, and then just another layer to back it. But I did that little flower, and that little exclamation point came off the doodle sheet. And then I did pull that kind of feel of the diagonal lines on the word begin over just into these little things that were on the doodle sheet. Thought, what, how can I bring that over? So they are on the doodle sheet. There's just little arrowheads, and I just, used my pen like Shiloh did on making those diagonal lines and then tracing a little scallop, and it came together quickly. It was just a simple layout, but it was perfect for the theme of let the fun begin, and the colors work.
Yeah, that's really fun. It really does work, even with the bright blue in there and all of that. So sometimes we put too much weight on some of those things where you don't have to pull on that too much.
It's really cute, Mom.
Yeah, really fun. I love all these little details.
Yeah, you did a good job adding all the details. That's cute.
Yeah, so this one, I mean, I added a little of the doodling, of course. I pulled out the banner here on the title card, and I just put some little enamel dots on them.
I love this one.
This layout.
I really love the way you combine the colors and stuff. It feels almost, it feels very warm. Beautiful. And yeah, this is really pretty.
Yeah. This is when I look at it and go, why didn't I think of that? It's just
yeah, none of my colors are like that. And I don't know. It's just really pretty, and the pictures of your kids, like,
yeah, and they, it was just a casual day. Actually, it was in the middle of COVID, I remember, and they were good troops. I was like, we were doing before and after pictures, and then I pulled Eli in, and then they piled, and of course the moment they start piling, I'm like, wait, get my camera. And then they think, what did we start? Like, we can't well, I can't tease Mom this way. And I'm like, listen. So, but it is one of those moments too that you're just like, I'm so grateful to have them. On this layout, I'll be honest, it was more of a piecing layout, and sometimes you might find yourself that way. Like, I wanted to start feeling inspired, so I pulled out the designer template, the doily one that we're calling, right, with the stencil flowers around it. And I was like, okay, I wanted to see how complicated it would be to actually cut the flowers out. And so that's really where I started. I wanted to kind of test that out, experiment, with that myself. And so I did include a video. Yes. Okay. The team put it down here, of some of my findings of how you can go about doing that. So again, in the PDFs, not only are there ideas, but you can find some other tips and insights as well. But I shared in that video, and after I was done, I was like, it took a moment, but honestly, just kind of hyper focusing on that piece for a moment, I really enjoyed it. And then, of course, when it was done, I was like, okay, having that pop of color come behind.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it, right? It did take me a good 30 minutes though, just for that piece. Like, I was
it's really pretty. Sometimes it's worth it though on a layout to spend a little extra more time on an element. Yeah. And this is a special layout of your family. So
yeah, it was really
very
fun.
Pretty.
It was just fun to kind of experiment with that and to kind of challenge myself, maybe beyond what I normally would spend time doing for me personally, right? But I will say, like you said, it was worth it. I really enjoyed it. And then I had this lace. Yeah, that lace.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up picking up from like an Etsy shop. This lady was selling and I just I don't even know how it came up in my search, but then I bought it, and then it was like on my table. And then of course, then I incorporated it into the design. So it was fun. It was really fun.
It's beautiful layout. Good job.
Yeah, so it talks about, again, you can stencil, you can use X-Acto knife. You don't have to use the flowers, which you saw on many of those designs. Like Debbie didn't use it. She just used the shape. I think we all did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least one of our layouts, we were like, we just used the shape, not the stencil effect feature. Oh, this is a fun layout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was mine. If you look close, there's lots of doodling on it, but I don't know how well it shows up in the picture. I doodled like down in the the negative end of the scallops, but you can't see it very well. And then I use like the little flowers from Quirky, and then the little hearts, the heart in the heart in the heart is the little heart from Quirky.
That's cute.
And I don't know, I just kind of focus again, like I said, I pretty much only have pens for decoration right now. So it's like I just started going nuts, and I did a mix of black and white pen on this one. So on the kind of orange coral colors, I did a lot of white, and then I did black on the leaves and like in the bottoms of the scallops, along the bottom of the page, and just kind of did a mix of them. It's a pretty simple page. Oh, and if you look really close under the heart on the right, there's a white scallop next to that picture. But again, I don't think it showed up very good in my pictures but in person, it's very pretty.
You want to hold it up? Yeah.
Let's see if my camera will even catch it. I don't know if you can see it there. It's really
Oh, it's not.
Oh, there it is. Got
there
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
How fun. Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's got dots down there. She's blocking her voice with her layout.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't hear you very well.
Oh, you did have fun just
Sorry.
going doodling town. I love that.
I went kind of crazy with the doodles all over, but I actually think it's really fun. And it was fun to do the mix of black and white, which I've never really done on a page. Usually I stick to one of the colors, but it's,
Well,
fun.
I love the way you use the ring on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ended up working out really good. And crazy enough, I did it from somewhat scraps.
Ah.
So like just a
Got a little piece left to
this
tuck
is
in
a
there and
piece,
there.
and this is a piece, and this is a piece, and I just hit it here and here so that I could get the full ring. And I was just like, I marked on my big ring template, and I'm like, okay, here and here and here, and then I just went through and like put it all into
Together.
left until I got all the pieces I needed for my big circle, but it worked.
Problem solving at its finest. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh no, I think this page is so beautiful. I love, for me, like for some reason, I'm just like, well, one, the shine on the pictures is just so like the sunset, like the perfect time of day just screams for this color palette. But this orange with this yellow flower with this, like, I'm just like drawn to it. Like, I'm like,
it's a really pretty color combo. It really is.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, I feel like I did a pretty wide range of, that's my, we were out by the river one night for this one with our family. And I, of course, being me, I'm like, let's take some pictures. And the boys are like, no, let's not. But I'm like, yes. So I had these and I love it. But then, I went from travel to my son's robotics to family pictures, and they all worked so beautifully with the paper and the color palette. It's really versatile.
Yeah, I agree. That was just the last one I did because I had scraps left. I really think that's awesome about the ring. That made me smile. I'm like, so those are sometimes things you don't know, like those are behind the scenes that we're talking about, where you're like, this is really what happened here. Right.
There are lots of times where I'm like, I could just sneak that piece right there.
Yeah, exactly. I have a need, you find a need, and you fill a need.
Right.
And that is creativity in and of itself. So I do hope that you look at the kit, you find a need. If you're looking for that need, you'll find it. And whether that's through your pictures, through the paper, through the designer templates themselves, I think each of us were inspired at different moments on each different project, one way or another. That was kind of that initial jumping off point, whether that's again a sketch even sometimes. And all of those are really good qualified options to help you to create more consistently and more meaningfully, so that you can not only enjoy the satisfaction of the end results, but also all of the many other benefits for making the time to do such as well. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, for pulling up a chair and joining us. And of course, like always, we'll see you guys in the community. Put some time on your calendar. Actually, we have some upcoming events for this kit. If you need some association station, some inspiration and that kind of thing in the community, then I hope that you join us at these upcoming events. Let me find them really fast, those dates again, which are in this PDF. We have one on the 24th with Mary Snyder. She does this awesome class through Zoom. You can RSVP for it over on our website. And she shares kind of what she creates with the kit. Very detailed.
And they're always so fun.
Yeah.
I love to see what she comes up with. They're beautiful.
They're always beautiful. She loves kind of taking it step by step and doing that. And then, of course, we have more fun ways that you can play to create with scallops or the quirky doodle sheet. Excuse me. And I just love that because, again, just kind of reinforcing some of those, the nature of what the designer templates provide is that we use the same kit, the same paper, and then the 9 different layouts look completely different in and of themselves. We spotlight similar templates too. We might pull an occasional one or two here, but you can see even just with the scallops, we've all kind of found different ways to use them. The quirky doodle sheet has endless design potential. And of course, even the designer templates that come with the kit, whether you are a Paper Plus Template Club member or just a template member, pull on your paper stash and you can utilize these designs to create your own layouts as well. And that's what we hope that these designs that we share with you do, as well as just encourage you to make the time to create and to do that as consistently and meaningfully as you can as possible. So do you guys have any things else to add?
No, it's been fun. It's just been fun
Yeah.
hanging with you guys and talking about it today.
It has been fun, much needed.
Mhm.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of you guys' day. We'll see you in the community and make sure to share with us what you create. You can check out the PDF. There's different challenges that you can participate, but make sure to use the hashtags associated so you can also have a chance to win a little gift certificate, which is a double win in that case. So bye, guys.
Bye.